one thing I've learned through messing with this stuff through the years, your primary the first thing you need to open that uses your camera should be VOD Ninja. It's this link. After that, because that'll take primary camera control. If you have anything else open that uses your camera, you got to close it out. And Video Ninja has to be the primary one. All right. All right, so I'm about to change the slide on the show to actually show the show. So let me notch this down one more time. Yo, okay. 3, 2, 1, swapping over, transition. Make sure. And we are live. So let me kick this off the right way. Welcome to The Level, your spot where movies, TV, anime, gaming, and pop culture all collide. We're your hosts, Bruce, Rain, and Skitty, bringing you hot takes, deep dives, and a whole lot of fun every Sunday live right here on Twitch and YouTube. And a quick reminder, if you've got Amazon Prime, you've got a free Twitch sub waiting for you each month. Use it on the level for ad-free viewing and exclusive perks. It's free for you, but it helps us keep the show rolling. Let's get into it. Rain, what you got?
Hey guys, as you know, it's your girl Rainy Days here, and this is the Jamming Podcast. Skitty had to give me a little background beat. I appreciate that. Well, it's time to take it to the next level this week as we unpack this week's agenda. So this week we are going to talk Rick and Morty, episode 5 through 8. Season 8, 5 through 10. Season 8 has ended. We're also going to talk about a little bit about the Mortal Kombat trailer. A lot of fans been buzzing about it, wanting to see what was going on. SummerSlam is this weekend, a 2-night event. So we're going to talk night 1 outcomes and see if we change our night 2 predictions. And finally, we'll have some wrap up conversation. And then we'll end it off with this week top 10. So let's get into
Word
it.
up. Word up.
First of all, what you guys been watching? What you been doing this week? How's it been hanging?
That was mad questions.
Little droopy and to the left. It's like, nah, I'm playing.
Oh,
You don't remember Ace Ventura? You don't remember?
no diddy.
Nah, but I told y'all last week Sakamoto Days, but I have been recently watching Windbreakers, and that is one crazy fighting anime. No power-ups, no extra key, nothing super, nothing magic, just straight kids with hands. And when I'm mean hands, I'm talking serious hands. From what I gather, it's a high school. They're high school kids, different high schools, different gangs. Um, Most of them just protect each other's neighborhoods. Some just like to fight. But if you haven't checked out Windbreakers, I would definitely check it out. Season 2 is out.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, bro?
Most recent thing I've been watching is Twisted Metal, the first 3 episodes of that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. Yeah. So whenever you're ready.
I've been watching a few things. Most recent thing I've been watching for anime. I posted about it. Toujin Anki. It's been a really popular anime. It's like a bloodbending anime, like JJK meets Tokyo Ghoul type of situation. I've also been watching the Institute. The Institute is written by Stephen King, I think. It's like a dark X-Men. It's very. I'm only 3 episodes in, but think of like the way the Mutants was, but if it was like a TV series. It has the lady that played in Weeds in it. Like it has a lot of people in it that you'll recognize. It's definitely giving me some good vibes. Somebody recommend to
Hold
me.
on, real quick. Am I still echoing? Gene, am I still echoing? She just told me I was echoing in the chat.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
You
She
said,
said,
hell
hell
yeah.
yeah.
So how did this? Oh, it's always something. Damn, hold up, Bruce. That's coming through. I don't have. SoundCloud level back.
Oh, I hear it.
All right, let me try this. Let me try this.
It's like you're at a concert.
What about now? If anybody in the chat, can y'all hear me? Am I echoing now?
Yeah, you are. I turned down my phone so I can hear you on here too.
Man, I don't know what the fuck this is. Why is it always on this?
It's like you're about to do a Jimi Hendrix solo.
All right, well, let me disconnect and see what happens.
Okay. Technology, gotta love it.
Supposed to be ahead of the time, but it's shitty.
All right, one last check. One last check. Am I echoing now?
Now you sound like Magnegro.
I'm still fucking echoing. All right. I don't know. I've been through this before. What did I do? What did I do?
This is what I would think Magnegro would sound like.
Magneto on the level. Somebody said turn down something.
Y'all just keep talking, man, because I'm just gonna mute myself. Y'all do what y'all do. I'll figure out what I'm figuring out. So do your thing.
Okay. Well, I'm putting the comments. Everybody, if you want to drop what you've been watching, let us know. Like I said, I was watching The Institute. If you like a gritty, dark teen, supernatural type of vibe, might be something for you.
Where's it streaming on?
It's
My
on
bad, yeah.
it's on dang. I've been watching it it's on MGM, I think. Is it? Let me Google it. I've been watching on Xfinity Stream. That's how I've been able to watch it. Because I wasn't going, I paid for MGM when From come back around. It's some people who made From. You guys like From? It's from the producers of From.
You talking about the firm, like the lawyers and stuff?
No, From.
Oh, From.
Yeah. And it's a novel. From a book written by Stephen King. Like I said, it has some, B-list actors in it. It's like horror fiction.
Like what they tried to do with New Mutants?
Yeah, but like a TV series.
Got you.
Yeah, like this guy, I posted in the Discord, he punched that little boy in the face, and he punched him like he was a grown man. He didn't care at all. He said, "You gonna take this medicine?" The little boy was like, "No." He was like, "Okay." Bah! He's like, "How about now?" He was like, "Yeah, I'll take it." So that, and I finally on episode 4 of The Bear. My brother would probably be happy about that. So I'm enjoying it so far. It's definitely it's like watching a show on. It's like a trip. but you're not on it. But the show is on the trip. It's like, if you get what I'm saying, like it's on like it's really high pace, but it's like a lot of drama and stuff going on in the background. So I'm enjoying it. So anybody post in the chat what they was watching? The Inception movie.
That was fire.
Yeah.
Once
like
again, checking again. Am I echoing?
Yes. Like I said, it sounds like a concert. It's not like you saying
Yes.
something and then say something.
It sounds like a concert. What you mean by a concert?
Like, you know how like the echoes in the concert, it's like a voice right behind it. You know what I'm saying? Not like a
Okay,
not
hold
like
on. I think you saying that has gotten me. Where's my microphone? Microphone right here.
it feels like you're
Advanced
on
probably. I think I put a filter on here that might be doing some ill shit. Filter. All right. Now, if I take, let me check my EQ. So, no, it can't be this. A compressor, expander. Let me. All right. I'm still echoing. Echoing. Once again, I'm muting something else. Am I echoing? Echoing.
Yes.
Let me take one more. Echo. All three echoes. Still. All right. Y'all keep talking, man. I'm about to cut myself off again. And what the fuck ever.
Don't be discouraged, bro. You'll get through it. You gotta echo a little bit. They'll be able to hear you.
I just want you to say, "I'm the great and powerful Oz." Just one time for me. Just one time. I just need to hear it.
Or say, "I herald your beginning." I herald. You got to that. That's the perfect. I herald his beginning. I herald Galactus. Who is the herald? We didn't know it.
Oh,
Not planet Earth.
I'm crying real tears.
Only here on the level, guys, every Sunday.
Oh.
All right, y'all just go on. I'm gonna try to be back by the time we go to the top 10. So do y'all thing, get through the show. I'll join in when I can.
Okie dokie. All right, so let's get into it. Let's talk about Mortal Kombat first. The trailer. I'm gonna put Rick and Morty afterwards because I feel like we don't need to spend too much time on this. But as you guys know, Warner Brothers recently dropped the trailer for Mortal Kombat. A trailer in the trailer is kind of what we got, but we got to look at the total card of our next characters for the second movie. So let's get into it. How did you feel about? Well, Skitty, I know how you felt about it, but let's talk about it.
I stand 10 toes down. The movie's gonna be trash. It's gonna be worse than the first one. But I digress. There were some good parts, like, even though we've seen the ending of the Scorpion versus Noob Sabat, fight. I'm still looking forward to seeing that fight because a couple of them clips were fire. I stand 10 toes down, even though I see what type of Johnny Cage they're doing. They're doing like an older Johnny Cage. I still don't feel as though he should have been Johnny Cage. I'll say this on the air, on the level. I'm saying this on the level. I love Carl Urban. I've been following him since he was Cupid on Hercules. You hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, his acting range, him as an actor, I'm not coming at no shape, form, or fashion. Do I believe he's going to kill that part? Yes. Do I believe he has the martial arts to kill that part? Well, the trailer says something different. And that's all I'm going to say about the Johnny Cage stuff. On Baraka, like, come on, man. Like, they got all that technology and his mouth don't move when he talks. His mouth doesn't move when he talks.
I mean, has his mouth ever moved when he talks?
Yes.
Because I thought he kind of just be like this, and the words kind of echo his mouth.
No.
In the
If
game,
you
he
go
was
look
just
at
like,
if you go look at gameplay of Baraka talking, even Melina
okay, Melina,
talking, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
Melina talks,
You
yeah.
know, you see their mouths
Like it looks
Yo,
like it's
move.
can y'all hear
everything.
me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear
Can
me?
we hear you?
Can y'all hear me?
Oh,
Can y'all
hold on,
hear
hold
me?
on.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Say it again. Say it one more time.
Can you hear me? Yo, A B C D
No
E.
echo. You good.
No
You
echo.
good. No
Chat
echo. You good.
GPT does it again. It gets me with Terminator wins again. Thank you.
Skynet hooked you up.
Yes. Good God, man. All right, y'all do your thing. Finish doing your thing, man.
Yeah. So
But
Baraka.
yeah, like but that was crappy to me. Um, I want to see. Oh, and we didn't get a clip of Sub-Zero, the new Sub-Zero, because remember, there's supposed to be a brother, and they already announced Sub-Zero going to be in the movie when they had the little card selection screens. And one more tidbit, and I'm gonna give it over to Rain to talk about how she felt about it. Cole needs to be dead. Doesn't need to be 10 minutes. Doesn't need to be 5 minutes. He shouldn't have been in the fucking movie in the first place. All right. Here's it, you, Rain.
Well, I agree. Just a few things. I do agree with Carl Urban. Like, I love Carl Urban too, but you can act like Bruce will tell you guys when we first had the conversation about him being cast as Johnny Cage, I thought he was Zac Efron. So I don't know why. I'm like, and it actually kind of made sense because Zac Efron would have been the right age, and he would have played the part. But I'm not saying he should have been, but it could have been somebody younger because he just looked. Oh, and I get he's like a retired, washed up actor. I get that, but he just doesn't look like they made Johnny Cage back in the day like this heartthrob. Like he was like, the it guy. I don't really get that vibes, but I guess we gotta wait for the movie. Yeah, I am done with the Cole of it all. I don't know why they just I know he's an original character. They don't want to just like trash him maybe, but the fans don't want him. So hopefully he gets like a brutality death, flawless victory, something going on in there. What other things we seen Jade, the Jade character. She's bald. A lot of people were confused. I thought she was the bug lady. I forgot what her name is. Nairobi, the one with the tentacle. I thought that's what she was. But apparently she's Jade. So we also get Katana. We get her. Noob Cybok. So I don't know if I know you meant like they did show Sub-Zero on the card, but I'm not sure if they're going to bring him back. Maybe like full movie, maybe in movie, because technically he did die in the first one. So I think that's why they have Noob Cybok as the same actor is probably is playing both of them. So I don't know how they're going to go with introducing another Sub-Zero, but we'll have to see. I think if they do something, it'll probably be more towards the end of the movie. Scorpion, he's getting the fight scene. We finally get the Scorpion character, award-winning actors playing him. So I don't know. I have the same expectation for Mortal Kombat that I have for all the Mortal Kombat movies. So I'm not expecting it to blow the socks off of me, but I think it'll be a good trip. If that makes sense. What about you, bro?
Oh yeah.
Now that you're back.
Oh, what was the question you was asking me?
Mortal
How
Kombat,
you
how
feel
you
about
feel about
Mortal
the new
Kombat?
one?
The
How
trailer.
do I feel about Mortal Kombat? I wanted the Miz to play Johnny Cage. I kind of agree with Skitty when he dropped the first video. I mean, that's exactly how I felt. Like this shit gonna be trash. I mean, the first one was such a shock and a surprise, and it was built for streaming platforms. I liked it. I watched it. Boom. It was what it was. That dude Cole, I still don't agree with him. I think y'all have all said it. I'm not going to keep beating the drum over the head or however you say the saying. I'm not going to keep repeating that shit. It's done. I don't like the direction they going with Mortal Kombat. If I like the movie, cool. But as of right now, on the 3rd of August and this day of our Lord, I don't like it.
This day of
And
all.
And one more thing to add on, like Johnny Cage, whether he was a washed up actor or not, he has always been a good martial artist. That's why he was in. That's why he was invited to the tournament, is because he could fight. People thought he couldn't fight, and I'm sorry, that trailer that Carl Urban displayed did not show any signs of martial arts. I mean, at all. And people were like, "Oh, you're not really a fan. You're not really a fan." I'm sorry. This is going to be a short rant. A real fan knows that a Mortal Kombat originally was supposed to be surrounded around Johnny Cage. He was supposed to be the original hero. That's why they redid it on Mortal Kombat. Was it 9 and then X, where he became champion instead of Liu Kang. The reason why I say this is because Ed Boon has been quoted saying that he was even trying to get I said Johnny Cage, Jean-Claude Van Damme, who the character was based off of. Johnny Cage was literally based off of Jean-Claude Van Damme, and it was going to be a blood sport type game before it even became called Mortal Kombat. Y'all can look that up. Huh. All right, I'm done with my rant. I'm done.
Drop mic. Well, like I said, we wasn't going to spend too much time on this topic, guys, because I think we all unanimously feel the same way about it. We're going to watch it. Are we going to love it? Only time will tell. Um, so moving on. Oh, it seemed like it came so far. It went and came so far. Rick and Morty season 8, wubba dubba dub dub. It has ended, and I can say, for me personally, as a fan, this has been one of the better seasons in the last couple of seasons. This season was a total of 10 episodes. As you guys know, Rick and Morty has been renewed for additional 2 episodes on their original 10 episodes. I'm sorry, not episodes, seasons, renewed for another 2 seasons on their original 10 season order by Cartoon Network back in 2010. So now that season 8 has ended, let's talk about some hot takes from episode 5 to 10 and WTF moments. How did you guys feel about the season if you caught it, and what were some of your favorite episodes or favorite moments? Skitty, you still ain't watch it?
I seen one episode, and
Okay.
YouTube got me. YouTube got me. It was the first episode because I'm like, all right, I got YouTube Premium. Oh, I can watch it. All right, bet. And I was watching it, and then I started watching the second episode, and they was like, you need to get YouTube TV. I was like, oh man, looks like I'm waiting.
Well, it is a spoiler alert for Skitty and others.
So I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
Bro, I know you've seen it. So, how did you feel about the last 5 episodes of the season?
Hi, can you hear me now? uh, I mean, they were cool. I enjoyed them for the most part. There isn't a single moment in any of the latter episodes that sticks out to me that I'll remember in a later year, a later season, whatever. I mean, the one moment I guess that I do take away from this all is one of the most recents, and that's when Rick deleted the final memory of his wife. Like, I, I feel like that's going to show up. Yeah, that's gonna do something later on. I don't know what yet, but they left that thread there for a reason. So, um, other than that, oh, also, Mr. Poopy Butthole, that little multiverse thing that they started,
At
yo,
the end,
something's up
yeah,
with that. Yeah, that
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 was,
after credit scene.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that
So
was dope.
all those people, I guess his race, the rest of his race doesn't act like him, and they trying to see what's up with him. But they are saying his, I guess, heat signature or molecular makeup is different on in in every universe or something like that. So something special with him. He's a Nexus being, something like that. But yeah,
They're
there we go.
Mixoplex.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Mixaplix.
Like, yeah, Rick and Morty is definitely pushing that that Marvel DCU multiverse button. They done, obviously they done it in the past, but this season they really shed light to it. I agree with you. The last episode of the season was called Hot Rick, where he lets go the final memory of his wife, and then we get Memory Rick back. I think the one thing about this season I like is showing the emotional development of Rick. And it's interesting seeing him. Well, we've met him in prior seasons, even the beginning of being like the drunk, smart. He's the drunk grandpa, but he's the smartest being in of all of existence. But now he's becoming more emotionally available, as he said. That's what he's trying to do. And you see him. You get little moments where you see he's impacted by certain things, like deleting the memory of his wife. That impacted him. Like you can tell it was something that he didn't want to do, but he had to do. His he point out his relationship with his daughter and with Morty, over the season has been something that the writers have kind of dropped a little bit over the season, like little Easter eggs. And I think that in future season to come, they'll come back and you know, pay off. I also like Beth. I think Beth this season really she had a lot of Beth and Space Beth had a few episodes this season, and her character development showing how cynical she can be, like how Rick she can be. Both versions of Beth, because in that Hot Rick episode, House Beth was the one who was the antagonist. She killed Space Beth. That dropped my jaw. When she killed Space Beth, I was like, I know that she just did not kill the real Beth. And I was just like, they're not about to end the show
Hell
with
yeah.
like this.
Hell yeah.
Like they can't end the season with Space Beth being dead. And as soon as Rick came back, he was like, you can. That was another thing to say, like this is the real Beth, because he was like, oh, come on, baby, come on, baby. That's why I gave you a metal vertebrae to begin with. Come back to life, and he kind of fixed her, and she Inspector Gadget herself back to life. But I like how this season they focus on Beth and Rick's relationship. That was a good thing they did. And then we also got some Citadels. We got Citadels of Rick. We got the Citadels of Jerry, kind of. We may be getting the Citadels of Beth, because in the last episode we seen different versions of Beth in the Memory Rick episode. Um, we haven't gotten. We had Mortys in the past, but there has been no hint of Evil Morty or talk of Evil Morty since the beginning of the season. So I don't know if Evil Morty is just being tabled right now, or if Morty just wasn't the real focus of the season. But I guess season 9 will tell where Morty fits in his development through the show. Any other hot takes on Rick and Morty?
Nah, I mean, are we? We're not reviewing this. Are we reviewing this?
Like ranking it?
Yeah.
I don't think
Nah,
we need to really
nah,
rank
nah,
Rick
nah,
and
nah,
Morty.
nah, 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 nah.
Rick and Morty is, I think we all can agree, it's a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 most of the time. It's Rick and Morty. Like, it's,
Yeah, I was just about to say they got a standing 10 with me.
yeah,
Pause.
like it's a
It's
10
a
out of 10.
standing 10.
It's the show. I think after 8 seasons, especially an
Yeah.
animated series, it's doing really well. You
Right.
know,
Right.
and they're developing. They're not staying like it's not the same. In the beginning, it was kind of like the same gag over and over again. I'm not sure if
Mm-hmm.
the writer team changed, but you can see that it's developing as a show. Like they're actually
Yeah.
furthering the storyline. So I like that part.
Word.
Um,
Yep. Yep.
but Rick and Morty, like I said, guys, it is over. Season 8 is done, so you can probably watch all 8 episodes, well, all 10 episodes soon. We'll probably be dropping on Hulu soon. Max,
Yep.
HBO Max, and Xfinity if you have it.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
and hopefully that way my guy Skitty be able to watch it and get all the jaw dropping moments of this season. Okay, moving on. Rick and Morty, check. Mortal Kombat, check. Time for SummerSlam. SummerSlam Night 1 was yesterday at 6 p.m. on Peacock. Night 2 is today, 6 p.m. on Peacock Live. let's talk about the outcomes. You know, we said our predictions last week, and I think for the most part we were right. I think for the most part,
I
we get
think
wrong.
it's as far as I can remember, uh, I said my heart wanted Jade to win, but my mind said Tiffy, so Tiffy won.
Yeah,
Um, the whole Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Who did we pick for that?
we we picked a. I think we did pick Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. No, I think we picked Judgment Day.
Okay,
I think we picked Judgment Day. Yeah,
because hold on, Alexa talk. Stop, Alexa. Stop looking.
she heard her name.
Yeah, so I kind of figured we got that one wrong. The the Seth thing, we said that. I think the world pretty much knew because the way it's going on the internet, the world knew that. I don't know all the predictions. Y'all can go back and look at that. I'm not fact checking myself. I said what I said. Also, shout out to CM Punk for that Fantastic Four colorway on his gear. Fire. All right,
It's
go ahead,
clobbering
Emily.
time.
Yeah, go ahead, finish up. What's up,
Well,
Tavon? We see you in the comments. Yeah.
hey, but yeah, it was. I mean, so the winners, Jay Uso and Roman Reigns won. You know, Roman Reigns didn't get his shoes back, but he he won. He won. I think this is the first time Jay Uso had on shorts. I was confused, but it's fine. So, um, Tiffany Stratton and Jay's match was like 7 minutes long. I'm gonna say this, a little rant. I love Cargill. I cannot pronounce his lady last name right, but I love Jade, and I think she has the makings of being a great professional wrestler. But these matches are trash. Like, she's botching moves, her timing's off. This is her second big PLE, and 5 to 7 minutes. Like, it was no draw in. Like, it was just kind of flat. And Tiffany should I felt she should have retained her title because she is right now the better women's champion. I don't know. Maybe they'll move Jade to Raw and have her chase after Naomi, because apparently it's her only storyline. But I need them to do better with Jade because that match was the worst match of last night. Like, and I'm gonna say that. So, but go ahead, bro.
Um, the only everything you said, I agree with a caveat. Jade from when she was in AEW
Mhm.
to now has developed in a way that I really think is amazing. She's
Okay.
like I am a Jade Cargill fan. Last night was a good match, and a couple of those botches weren't on Jade. They were on what's her, Tiffy.
Tiffy.
Tiffy, like yeah, a couple of those were on her. But I see what you're saying. I kind of want her to stay away from Naomi though. I want
Me
her to
too.
stay away because they'll just bottleneck her into that same storyline like
Storyline. Yeah.
over and over and over again. And you know, if you get repetitive in the WWE, you lose the fans. And once you lose the fans, you get that future endeavor letter or that future
Yeah.
endeavor tweet. You feel me? So yeah, but I got
Yeah,
you.
I agree. I agree. I do. I want them to keep that away, that separation away, because they both deserve to be stars in their own right and not being contingent upon the other. And it's tired. I mean, we wrapped it up at Evolution, I thought, so I don't think we really need to continue it, but who knows what, Mr. Paul wants to do. But the other match, Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. Um, that match actually was good. It was very action packed. I don't know if Jelly Roll knew what he signed up for because my man, but he played his part. He's probably one of the best, I guess, special guest wrestlers I've seen in the last year. Actually, kind of be more. He was in the fight. I don't know what happened to Randy Orton. He disappeared at some point. My man got real hurt. But I did enjoy that match. I was actually surprised. Logan Paul, his little juices, and he jumped off the belt and hit Jelly Roll on the table. I thought Jelly Roll was done at that point, but he got back in. He almost won, but unfortunately Randy Orton got hurt, and they just embarrassed Jelly Roll. But it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was. So I would say I think SummerSlam could have been one night. I don't think we needed 2 nights, but we'll see what night 2 brings. The CM Punk and Gunther match was a great match. I'll say this, I've always been a fan of CM Punk, but after watching his story and things, it's really heartbreaking to see him get a title and then lose it within a couple minutes. I know we all predicted it, and he's kind of like the black sheep of WWE, but I do believe after all the years, he does deserve that chance to have that title for a long period of time, and hopefully, the WWE can get the hit out there and correct it. Say it like that, because time to let bygones be bygones. Like, come on. Even in WWE Unreal, I don't know if you guys been watching it. Like, watching CM Punk and them talk about the situation, his real rivalry with Seth Rollins and everything. Last night it just felt like a gut punch. To me, that's what it felt like. So I don't know I know how you felt, bro, but
Hey, Eb, I know right now you sounding like one of those fans, like, it's still real to me, damn it. But I rock with you. You know I'm a Punk fan. I'm a Seth fan too. So the thing is, we knew what it was, but I feel you just looking at Punk play, even though
yeah.
it's acting, but the emotion that they can let out during those times can be real. So him being in the ring, looking at it, like crying that he finally won again, and for 5 minutes to have passed and you lose your belt. On Twitter, Drew McIntyre posted karma because remember, Punk cost him the belt when Damian Priest cashed in at WrestleMania 40. So, I mean, I get it, but the emotion, I really got some emotion out of hearing you talk about that. Like last night, I was like, yeah, I kind of knew. Today, you brought that emotion out of me. I almost cried because I could hear your voice cracking. That sounded like
Yeah.
a DJ Vlad interview.
It was real emotion. I was
But go
putting my
ahead.
groceries away. I'm like, okay, I already know. I said, Seth Rollins will be here soon, hopping his little
Right.
fake injure self out, waiting. And then I come around and I see the new world. I'm like, I
Right.
told you, man, CM Punk was going to win. And then he just started crying. I was like, and I had on my Punk shirt. I was in the
Mhm.
moment. And as soon as I heard that music,
You
I
knew
was
it.
like, here come the bull.
But how he got us is he came down there with the crutches, looking like, yeah, I mean, so he was like,
The fake
yeah,
injure
you
self.
you better watch yourself because hold on to that title, this, that, and the other. So I'm like, oh, okay. So
Nope.
they gonna let
I knew
Punk,
it.
yeah, I mean,
About to
go a
take that.
couple days with the belt. Then that dude walked and dropped the crutches. I was like, oh man.
That's
I
how he.
told I told Fallon, I was like, yo, it's phony. It's phony. I was like, they fake it.
That's funny because that's how I got Zay. Zay was like, "Babe, he really injured. Look, he got something on his leg." I said, "Watch, he about to take that off."
Mhm.
He turned
Right,
around, and was like, "Strap, strap."
right, yeah,
I said,
yeah.
"This dude, he had on the full outfit." I knew from the moment he got injured, it was just like, "Okay, Seth Rollins, we know what game you about to play."
But
But it was a good game played.
see,
It was
with me, I actually believed the dude was hurt. Like what I thought was going to happen was he was going to cash in, but Braun, whatever, they was going to come beat yo up and make him just put his foot over top of him and pin him. You know what I mean? He'll get the belt. But nah, that injury shit, everybody on the internet knew but me because I was like, oh, yeah, I mean, it was
Everybody
what it
knew me.
was.
It's
It's
just
still
me.
real to me, damn it.
I believe, Charles.
he got them gumbo legs. His legs hurt on this man's day. He better get that arthritis on and keep going. I got time for Seth Rollins.
Right.
All right, well, let's get into it. Night 2. Let's talk about, do we want to, so just a disclaimer, guys, if you didn't recently see on SmackDown, same thing for you, Skitty. John Cena announced that effectively August 1st of 2025, the real champ is back. John Cena apparently is done being heel, and now he's ready to give the WWE fans the John Cena they've been waiting for. So,
I have to tag in immediately. I have
uh-huh.
to tag. Go ahead, Skitty. Say what you gotta say because I got to say something.
But will they be able to see it?
I
All
need
right, I'm
that
done.
daggone Price is Right sound effect. They'd be like brum 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 brum. All right, this is
All right,
what I
I'm
gotta
done.
say.
I'm done. Go ahead.
I believe that that's some bullshit. That
Yep.
John Cena, I think he's doing the biggest mind F ever right now, acting like he's good again out of nowhere. And you saw Cody get mad. Cody's turning heel tonight. I'm put money on it. It's going to be I guess it's going to be a double turn because John Cena going to be like, surprise, I got you. I'm still bad. And Cody going to lose and be mad about that and turn heel and start going crazy. And in that moment, him beating John Cena like halfway to death, John Cena is going to be forced to be a good guy again. That's in my own little imagination world. That's what's going to happen. But we'll see. I mean, I'm
I
done.
100%, I 10 billion%, in the words of the great guy of Dr. Stone, I 10 billion% agree with you, bro. I think John Cena is
That's a
bullshitting.
10
I don't
billion.
know. And you see, I think Cody got mad because you see how quick the fans was ready to accept it. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that is kind of what they're going with the Homelander Cody of it all. Like, the fans are so quick to choose John Cena no matter what version he is. And Cody is the poster boy or the quarterback or the space right now in the WWE, and it hasn't been working. He began catching L's. So I don't know what John Cena has up his sleeve or what kind of BS he was talking on Friday, but he can get it out of here with me because I don't. John Cena, legal name John Cena, real name John Cena. He can get it out of here. So it is a street fight match. A lot of people are predicting some people to interject. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm praying to the WWE heavens that The Rock comes out, but in my mind, I know it's not going to happen. But a girl can hope. Come on, Dwayne, where you at? So, but yeah. Skitty, who you got winning between Cody and John?
Between John and Cody?
Who you got winning? Take my man Cody
I'm
Rhodes.
gonna give it to Raheem.
Cody Raheem Rhodes.
I'm gonna give it to Raheem.
Okay. All right,
Regular
we're gonna keep it there.
Raheem.
The other couple matches look at
That TLC match.
the
That
the
TLC match.
6-man tables, ladder, and chairs match. Bring back memories. I love a good tables, ladder, and chairs match, man.
I don't know who's gonna win, but my prediction, and I'm gonna ride with it to the end, is the Street Profits. I'm just gonna keep
It ain't gonna be the black.
rocking with them. I'm just gonna keep rocking with them, man.
Uh, we'll see.
I know I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. In the
Depends
Triple
on how
H
powerful
WWE, I know I'm wrong. You feel me? But I'm gonna rock with the Street Profits. One more again.
I think it's probably gonna be the Wyatt 6, but I want the Street Profits to win, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Solo and Jacob in a
I
steel
love
cage match.
you. I got Solo retaining because it's gonna be some type of cheating. Cause you got Tala Fatu or Tala Tonga, Toma Tonga, Tonga, all of these is Tala Tonga, Toma Tonga, Tonga, whoever Lova Tonga, all of these
Why
Tongas they
MST?
got. Yeah, you feel me? It's
But
gonna be another one that pop out tonight. It's gonna
the
be
crazy,
another one.
the crazy thing is on SmackDown when they had the cage there,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get why they all ran out the ring from Jacob. Like I get that was the problem. Was like, all right, WWE, I get it. He's scary. He's a Tasmanian devil. But this is 4 big mother effers. 4 big
What?
dudes
Well,
running from
what?
one dude.
You said he a Tasmanian devil.
Tasmanian devil. That's
He
how
a
he act.
werewolf.
He be out there. He be how he act. He don't act like no damn werewolf. He be out there acting like Taz. He just be all over the place. One side of the ring, next side of the ring. He be everywhere.
Oh man, that was so funny.
Poor Jimmy couldn't win because his pants was too tight on Friday. If he had a little bit more wiggle room, he probably would have been able to get them super kits ready.
Oh, that was funny. That was you called that cat a Tasmanian devil.
That's how you act. Now you hear you're not gonna be able to unsee it.
That's funny. That's funny.
But yeah, I don't know. I really want Jacob to win.
Mm-hmm.
I really do, and I don't know if I wonder if if something like this happened, if it brings Roman Reigns and Jay to the match, since they've been kind of what seems like been mending bonds, because I was a little misunderstood that Roman Reigns was the first match of SummerSlam. It was a little weird to me, so I was thinking maybe they're trying to prep him for the next day because it felt like it was too fast. So, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with Jacob, my man. I'm gonna have to go with him. What do you say? Yeah, I mean.
Yada la me.
I'm gonna go with Jacob. AJ Styles and Dirty Dom. You think your guy keeping his title?
I'm a rock with Dirty Dom, but I know AJ Styles gonna win. I know AJ. My official prediction is AJ Styles is going to win. I would love to be wrong. There you go.
It seems like Judgment Day might be on the losing streak, so I don't know. I think AJ Styles. It's just only because AJ Styles had the best, not the best, the second best, because I think Naomi trolling Jay is probably the best troll of the year. But AJ Styles was actively trolling Dirty Dom, and it was clickbait. It was hilarious. So I think it's time for AJ Styles to stop being, he deserves a chance to be a champion for a little bit. And so we'll see. I got AJ Styles winning too, but with the Judgment Day, you never know.
Right.
Never know. Big women's match: Io versus Rhea versus Naomi. Triple threat.
When you said that at first, you said big women's match. I was like, damn.
Big women's match.
All right. But yeah, I hope Naomi wins. I hope she retains. Don't drop.
Hear that, Paul? We hope Naomi wins.
Right. Come on.
I love Mommy. Don't get me wrong. I love Rhea Ripley,
Yeah.
aka Demetrius, whatever her real name is. I love her. But
yeah, we love her.
It's time. She is a champion, arguably one of the best female champions of all time. But she can be tabled. Don't exhaust her. Don't overuse her.
She don't need the belt to be over. She don't need the belt.
Like, it doesn't take away from who Rhea Ripley is, And Io,
Exactly.
she's been, hanging out with SpongeBob. She's a joy.
Right.
But champion material.
She can stay in the title picture. She's a good enough wrestler. Well, I ain't gonna say good enough. Io is a top tier wrestler.
Yeah, definitely.
And she can stay in the title picture, but she don't need the title right now. She just had a run. Just had a run with the title. So.
Yeah. So hopefully Naomi gets to keep her championship. I think Naomi deserves to feel a little bit because I think that this new Naomi they've been building, this is the best way to keep her on that rise is by giving her a champion a little bit, and so we'll see. I think that's Becky and Lyra, my girl Bird daughter versus the man.
I don't think I've ever cared
about
I don't think I've ever cared less for a match than I do about this one. So there's that. just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna say Bird person wins the belt back because Becky gotta eventually go for the women's world title. She gotta get in that picture, and this mid-tier belt, she don't need that belt.
Okay,
So
okay.
I'm just gonna go out there just to be different. Bird woman person.
One.
Mhm, mhm.
I love my girl Lyra, but I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm gonna go with Becky only because the Bailey of it all. Bailey is really salty.
Right, right, right,
She like dark. Like I gotta, and I think she's gonna do something in this match that can cause either of them to lose. But I think she's more mad at Lyra right now than she is mad at Becky because they lost the opportunity at the tag team championships.
right.
So I'm gonna give it to Becky with the possibility of interference by what's the girl's name I just named?
You said Bailey.
Bailey. Thank you.
Right.
Poor Bailey. She can't catch a break.
Right.
Well, that is it for SummerSlam. Again, SummerSlam is airing tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock live
We'll recap it next week. We'll definitely
next week.
recap that next week.
And the Raw and the SmackDown to come after. So let's get into the wrap-up conversation. We got a few things dropping in the next couple of months in August and September. Well, now September and October. So let's talk about it. First thing on the list, we're going to talk about Alien Earth. Alien Earth is coming. Skitty, you want to take it away there?
Yes, I am interested on how they're doing a little Avatar type vibe. As you can see on the trailer, they transfer human consciousness into an android, which also answers a lot of, I would say, alien fans' questions on how long have Whale and Utani been working on the androids and what have they been doing with the androids, because we see different androids throughout the Alien franchise. Um, I'm interested also in the other creatures that are pictured in the trailer, because it's not just a xenomorph that was on this ship that crash landed. Supposedly it's like the 10 most dangerous aliens from the dark reaches of the universes. So I'm definitely interested to see what goes on, and even if we get like a new type of xenomorph, because if you watch the Alien franchise, like I watched the Alien franchise, there has been a new type of xenomorph in every movie. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in that. Definitely interested in what story it's going to tell. I have faith in Hulu, Disney, Marvel so far for now. Don't fuck it up. And yeah, Bumblebee Tuna. That's about it.
About you, bro. Anything about the Alien Earth?
Um, yeah, I'm interested. I'm always ready to hop back in that universe and see a new story. Long as it's good, you know me. I'm positive about most things I watch. So if that says anything, yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah, Alien has a tradition of being, good. Series anthology wise, series wise. It's been, each year, each decade, it presents us new movies and information. It tends to do well. So, I am not the biggest Alien fan, but I do watch. My fiance is, so I watch with him. I did enjoy the last one, which was what, Romulus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. So
Yeah.
I'm, going to check out Alien Earth as well. And see how it goes. I do like what Skitty said of seeing different developments of different known characters, or seeing different versions of it. I think broadens the universe, and it gives the fans more to look for and hopefulness of what's to come out of that. So I like that as well. So next thing, I feel like since we brought that up, I'm gonna bring up one thing I didn't put on there, but I'm gonna bring up Predator again, Badlands, because I think that new trailer they dropped at Comic Con gave answered a lot of questions for fans. A lot of people were wondering about the way he looked and stuff like that, and now we know he's on one of um, his first hunts. And we see that that's why he's young. He's a young predator. And we get to experience this relationship he has with this. I don't know what she is, but she's like a half an android.
Yeah, she's an android. Yeah.
Like literally, he's carrying her on her back, kind of like a epic Odyssey adventure, and she's helping him hunt and defeat the bigger predator on quote unquote on the planet he's on. So I did like seeing that trailer explain a little bit more and let fans know what was going on, because we were all like, why he look like that? He looked like a predator from The Wire or something. I don't know what was going on, but
Is that was another thing because they was like he was a young predator, and I was like, well, so were the predator on Predators. That's where they sent their youngest to that planet to go fight it out, to that planet where Lawrence Fishburne went crazy.
the um the animated series, the one
Hmm.
that came out, seeing the different versions of Predator, I think that was a way they set up of explaining why he looked the way he looked, because we got different versions of this race. I
In
thought
the
that was
comics too. Oh, my bad,
yeah.
my bad. I'm
No,
sorry.
go ahead.
But in the comics too, there were different clans and stuff like that. So and they look different. So um I think it's I think it's the way he got his dreads. People are sick and tired of that dread hairstyle, the pull back or the Killmonger to the side. You know what I'm saying? People are sick and tired of the Eddie Gordo.
The black character design in animation. That's basically what it is. That's when you create a black character. Oh yeah, let's make him hip. Give him
Got the
fade
pull back.
dreads to the side. You feel me?
Yeah. That's how they know that it's a black
Yeah, you know.
Right.
character. Okay,
Mm.
moving on. Gen V. Gen V, this boys spinoff, is returning 9/17. They released a new trailer at Comic Con as well. We are set after the events. I think we said right after the events of season 5, and that's what happened. Or right after the events of what happened at the first season. It's been a few
Okay.
months, and the girl has come back to the institute, come back to the school. We have a new dean. The school is more like, I'm not gonna. They're not called metahumans, but us versus humans. We gotta build an army. We gotta, take over the human race. Homelander is, implementing these ideologies. So, how you guys going about season 2 of Gen V?
You got it,
Like,
bro.
nah.
You got it, bro.
I mean, I enjoyed the first season. It was refreshing because you could see. I mean, if you really paid attention to the boys, you could see kind of how the story was just getting a little bit too unstable. I mean, they brought it back, but most spinoffs I feel bring a little bit stability to the main story. Case in point, Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. That was a great spinoff. You should check it out. But Gen V, it was fresh, college kids. You think they're really learning, but they're actually getting trained. A whole bunch of conspiracy stuff going on, and I'm here for it. I'm ready for season 2.
Yeah, you don't have to. Once again, I'm good. I'm more of a no. I'm a have an input. I'm just chilling right now. I'm vibing. The conversation
You done
is
found your way.
Like
conversating.
me with wrestling, like me when y'all talk about
You feel
WWE.
me?
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, they love all our personalities for different reasons. And when I'm really passionate about something, you get these bars. But right now, this ain't the boys. So Gen V, yeah, I'ma watch it.
Gotcha.
Appreciate you.
Well, I'm excited about it too. I like the fact they're going to identify in a way the past in RIP to Chance Prodromo. Incorporating his death in part of the story, so it doesn't seem like they have to recast him or anything like that. I like that. Um, And they do have more boys characters. So Starlight is in it. We'll get some Carl Urban, and we'll get a couple of other people from the boys integrating into the universe. And we'll see how they develop it after this. So, moving on to wrap up conversation. We just got a first look at Spider-Man: New Day. We got our first look at the suit. My man Tom Holland, he aging, but he looking good at it. So let's talk about how do you guys feel about the first look at Spider-Man: New Day?
Do you want the resident Spider-Man guy, or you want my man Skitty to start first up there? You want him to start first?
I
Resident
mean,
Spider-Man, or
hold on. Don't knock my Spider-Man knowledge, dog. You know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
like
We
we're on
not
Hollywood Squares.
and don't, you know what I'm saying? But nah, mine's is gonna be real quick because it was
Okay,
like
I got
it was just the suit reveal, and it wasn't really like a first look at the movie. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of disappointed me. I liked the suit design. I liked the spider design. I just wanted some. I wanted some clips of the movie. Just this little teaser of the movie. That's about it. But I digress. I do like the design of the costume.
You know MCU gonna milk it. Come on.
I'm absolutely digging it. I don't know what the story is going to be about. I heard things here and there about the Hawk in it, the Punisher in it, Mr. Negative. Um I'm digging the suit, like Skitty said. I'm digging the suit. I I'm just going to go off into my fan theory land. I think the first 3 movies of this Spider-Man were just getting, I guess, a little backstory out the way. Now that everything's been reset and no one knows who Peter is, this is where we're gonna start getting all the mainline villains and stuff. I guess this is the rebirth of Spider-Man into this new MCU that's gonna have mutants in it. This is where we're gonna get the Green Goblin in the next movie. I'm putting money on it. When they reset this, the Green Goblin is going to be the next Spider-Man villain. That's just me.
Yeah, same thing. The storyline, has been rumored. A lot of things been talked about. Who's going to be in it? Who's not going to be in it? I like the suit design. I'm excited to see where this story goes. I just until you said it just then, almost forgot that no one knows who Spider-Man is. So now that we have a movie after no one knows who he is, I'm curious to see um who they speculate, like the Hulk. Like, are we going to get Spider-Man fight the Hulk? Because now Bruce, I mean, now, yeah, he doesn't know that that's Peter. So if he's like, I'm just, curious to see how they're going to have that dynamic. But the suit
And we
just
supposed to be getting the Savage Hulk. He's supposed to be reverting from this Hulk, like Smart Hulk, into Savage Hulk. So I want to know what's the reason that this happens?
right.
Because last
Because
time we seen the Hulk, he was on a spaceship going to help
get
his
his
son
son
or some.
with
Yeah,
the number two fate.
yeah. You feel me?
And the thing is, Peter knows everybody else, but no one knows Peter. So having him fight the Hulk, probably like Mr. Banner, Dr. Banner, it's me, and he wailing on Spider-Man. I can see that happen. Would be, prime.
Not puny banner.
Yeah, we need that. Like, that's what I'm hoping for. And again, it's no Tom Holland's aging. You know, you can see it in him from when he was the first revealed as Spider-Man. So I hope that they age the story with him, because typically what happens is once it's like when they get Spider-Man a certain age, they kind of reset. But he does age through the comics. Like, it's okay to age him. We know him as this young boy wonder in a sense, but watching Peter age in the comics is one of the things that makes Spider-Man so great, because as he gets older, we see what he becomes as a hero and how he passes mantle off to other Spider Verses, or Spider Verse characters.
And matter of fact, what you just saying that made me change my theory about the future of Spider-Man. We already know what the future is. After this next Miles Morales Spider-Verse movie that comes out in 2020, whatever, that's when the MCU will be able to use Miles Morales in their movie. So this Tom Holland Spider-Man is about to be, I guess, I don't know, disappeared. However,
Yeah,
they're going to disappear him, and we're going to get the Miles Morales into the MCU. And that's what you just said was it's okay to grow Spider-Man up. They don't see that. It's more profitable to have a young
the
kid
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man so kids relate to him. So Miles Morales will be the start over. And then you will have Spider Gwen also for the little girls. There
What
you go.
about what about Mayday Parker? That's been
You can have
speculated.
her too. You
They
can
okay,
have her
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Like
she's the
all of that,
cast.
but they're gonna make because Spider-Man is the mascot of Marvel, they're gonna do something to make it more profitable to younger kids. They're not gonna they're going I mean, Peter Parker will age out. We'll have Miles, Gwen, and Mayday. So
Yeah,
and
that's
whoever
good.
else,
And
all
they
the
kind
rest
of
of
keep
them.
Tom Holland as like the Spider-Man. So if
Yeah,
they need him to
yeah.
come back as main Peter, he can, which would be a great idea. And Tom Holland, he has said he's ready to. I don't know if you guys know, actually seen Tom Holland in other stuff, but the dude is a great actor. Like, so being getting out of this box, it's not bad, but MCU will put people in boxes where they feel like they're stuck there. So having him being able to go out and explore other stuff and still giving him a table like, hey, you're still our Spider-Man, but we get that you want to, he wants to be an actor. He wants to grow his craft. And
Right.
I think if they segue into other versions, they'll give him a way to do that and not have to be like killed off. Because I hope they don't kill off Spider-Man, but you never know with MCU. They
Well,
just love killing
we'll see
somebody.
what Sony got to say.
Yeah, right, right, right.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
um,
for right now, they like, nah, Miles
I
Morales
know.
ain't
They
going
like, no,
nowhere.
you can't have them. No, with y'all trash movies. Anyway,
Oh,
um, in speculation of that, while we're on the topic, they also released a first look at the Doom suit. I don't know if you guys seen that. RDJ official Doom suit has been going around the internet. The first look of maybe a version of the suit, but they've seen the first look of the Doom suit, and a lot of fans are talking. My man looking tough. I don't know how he holding all that armor, but so far
Mm,
it's looking good. Have you guys seen the first look of the Doom suit?
yeah, I saw it, and I don't wanna.
Not that green. That's one thing.
I don't really want to have an opinion about it yet until it's official.
Okay,
Like, because I don't want to. If I'm mad at it, I don't want to get all stressed out, and it's not real.
it's
And if
not
I'm
real.
happy, you feel me, vice versa. So
The
yeah, yeah,
time will
yeah. But
tell. Time will tell. I
but
got you. I got
that
you.
suit, just to give you something,
Mm-hmm.
that suit, it look cool to me. It look cool to me. I can't complain. But
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, just need a little bit. It was missing some green, but
right,
like I
yeah,
said,
yeah,
'cause it's
yeah,
rumored right now. So,
yeah.
um, Eyes of Wakanda, I completely forgot, but it came out on the first.
Oh,
I'm
it
Um,
watching it.
actually
it
Yeah,
dropped. Yeah,
yeah, I'm
on
watching it tonight.
me too.
I'm
I'm gonna
watching
start
it tonight.
watching it.
Yeah.
okay. I'll
I'm
peep
looking
that too.
to Wakanda and the development of the Warriors. So I think that'll be a good watch. People who it is canon.
Mhm.
It is part of the current phase. So maybe something to watch. We'll talk about it once we all finish it. Big thing, Peacemaker season 2, the next continuation, James Gunn DCU, to set up at least 5 months, I think, after Superman. I think that's what he said. 5 months to
Mm.
a year after Superman. How you guys feel about my man John Cena? Peacemaker season 2.
I
You got
mean,
it, Skinny.
I enjoyed the first season. You know, it was refreshing, bit of comedy. I never was really into Peacemaker as a character, so that brought my attention to the character. You know, the
Fine.
Suicide Squad movie. I know Swide. The Suicide Squad movie introduced me to the character, and because at first I thought I was like, "What the hell is Orion doing on this?" That's who I thought it was, And if you're not familiar with Orion, that is the dude who looks, they kind of look similar, different helmets, but Orion rides on like a space scooter, and he's
Mhm.
the adopted son of the other people, the opposite of Apocalypse, but he's actually Apocalypse's son. So yeah, that's neither
They
here nor
like the
there.
new. They
The
live
new
on New
god.
Genesis. Yeah, New Gods.
Yeah, the new gods. He's the adopted son of the leader of the new gods with their pact of peace. Um, but yeah, so I mean, Peacemaker as a character, again, it's funny, but I just feel as though there's a million characters in the DC universe that probably should have got a show before him. I stand 10 toes down when I say the question. The question is one of my favorite characters, but we're not talking about that. I do look forward to seeing Peacemaker season 2 though. So
Real
something to
quick,
watch.
yes, I look forward to that series also. But let's be real. A lot of the characters in DC are corny. Some of these names, man, yo,
There's
if
a
you really go down to it, it's
yeah.
like,
The Creeper.
yo, I
The
can't even
Creeper.
What's
begin to
the dot?
name
What's the name
some.
with the dots? The polka dots.
Yo, I mean, Marvel has some corny characters too, but James Gunn decided to make this guy Peacemaker, which John C. I mean, it's a hit. It's a hit. It's an obscure character. If I took over DC, I would have never made a show about this guy. So
Ever.
that's, I mean, that's
Ever.
why they get paid the big bucks. But the millions, well, I ain't gonna say the thousands or hundreds or whatever the amount you want to count of other characters that they could have used, just like you said, before Peacemaker, DC will never be successful. I'm just telling you, they're going to reset this again in 10 years or five, whatever.
Well, I agree. James Gunn did say that the DCU has 100 universe, so we'll be able to
Yeah,
explore a little bit of it.
I'm sorry, because there was another thing too. And somebody,
ISO on
these
Skitty. ISO on Skitty.
yeah, because I'm about to start ranting again. Like, there was another movie that's coming out or show. Like, I don't care who the fuck is Sergeant Rock. You can't tell me that people, like, there was some 80s babies that, oh man, if you grew up in the 80s, nigga, I'm what, 83. I read comic books. I read the original Secret Wars, the second Secret Wars. I didn't read the third one. I read, you know what I'm saying, the first run of Vigilante. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got knowledge in comic books, but you can't tell me people knew who Sergeant Rock was before he was announced as a movie. Who the is Sergeant Rock?
I didn't.
I still don't know who that in
Exactly.
the.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, like, and I'm not saying, and I did a little research, and he came out during the World War era. You know what I'm saying? He was one of those sergeants, I guess, that just survived everything. But I digress, man. Should he have gotten a movie before the question? I'm gonna keep on saying the question. I just don't understand how he hasn't had a movie yet. But I digress. What we got Captain Adam. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a whole bunch of people that, again, why the Sergeant Rock in the movie? But
I agree.
I mean,
Tell them
we'll
why you
see. We'll
mad,
see
son.
how it
Tell them why you
unfolds.
mad, son.
We'll see how it unfolds. You know what I mean? I don't, you know what I mean? But don't sit up there and act like motherfuckers. Oh, I was a Sergeant Rock fan when he first. Man, get the fuck out my face. I'm sorry. I'm
James
sorry,
Gunn
folks.
got Skitty hot.
It's not that James Gunn got me hot. It's just that, like, it was like people over here fronting like they knew who saw. Like, you got them comic them gangster, what is it, keyboard gangsters or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Keyboard
oh man,
gangsters.
if you read comics, what you mean?
Yo,
You
you
can't even
got
tell.
me. It's crazy that you're telling a story that Cats is really wanting to fight over Sergeant Rock, yo. I- it can be This is blowing me right now, B.
I'd
Sergeant
rather sit
Rock.
up there and argue with Batman fans than to argue with somebody who talk about Sergeant Rock was their favorite. Oh, he was a good run. Nah, nigga, he only had
He
literally
was a
three
good
runs,
run.
3 comic runs in his whole career, and they didn't last that long. So don't sit up there and tell me, oh, he was a great comic book. Man,
We know, we know what Skinny Neck Real going to be this week.
all right, okay. I'm sorry. I'm starting to
We're
sober
going to
up.
go to
You
YouTube
know,
tomorrow and see the shot of the Sergeant Rock.
the Skinny Sergeant Rock rant.
I feel you, brother. I 100% feel you. But every time I say something about the DCU, they come in. So
What?
I'm gonna leave it alone. We gonna see.
I'll be right there. I'll be right there. What? And yes, Sergeant Rock is a great man. He wasn't in Crisis. He wasn't in all of Crisis. All of the arcs. He wasn't in none of them. None of them.
Okay, Skinny. Let's move
That's
on.
it. Rant over.
Because these had to get out this. We still gotta do our top 10. So the last thing on the list, we're gonna go to anime a little bit. Couple of things coming up. Chainsaw movie. The Chainsaw movie is coming 9/24 to everybody else. It's gonna come early in Japan, but 9/24 everyone else. The Chainsaw movie is highly speculated after Chainsaw season 1. We still don't know the status on season 2, but a lot of people looking forward to the movie. As we know, Demon Slayer. Oh my gosh, Demon Slayer the movie has been talked about. They mad over there in Japan because the movie has been leaked and over 3 million people have already watched it, but it's coming to the US 9/12 in
So
theaters.
did they say is the movie good?
Yeah,
They saying it's
people,
I
good.
heard it.
Okay.
I heard it's a movie
it's
too,
a real
not
movie.
episode, not a half hour, not three
Yeah.
half-hour
It's
episodes.
the movie.
So
And
when you say we getting this, when will we
9/12
be
in
9/12?
theaters. hmm
Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right. All right.
Yep. And then I would say the last thing I ain't put on the list, but one of the most anticipated anime seasons to come. Let's rewind it. One Punch Man season 3 is dropping in October.
Oh
So yeah,
yeah.
I had to
Oh
bring it
yeah.
back as a
Oh
reminder.
boy. Oh
It's
boy.
coming
Oh
back.
boy.
Season
Oh yeah.
3,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
October. So we'll get there. We'll recap that. I know everybody's looking
Let's
forward to it.
go.
It's
Let's
been like
go.
almost a decade since One Punch Man came out. So we're finally getting it. And it's looking good. Animation's looking tight. So that's it for the wrap up conversation. Anything else anybody got on their membrane?
Nope. I mean, we about to be here for like another hour, so ain't
Okay.
nothing else to talk about.
All right. Well, should I do the outro?
Yeah, do it. So yeah, do the outro.
All right. Scene. All right, guys. That's our show here on the Level Podcast. I'm Rainy Days. That's Mr. Fly. And you can finally see Skinny. No more John Cena. Make sure you follow us on Twitch, YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe our video. We appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us. We'll catch you every Sunday-ish around 12 p.m. Until next time, on the next level, we out.
We are out, but not really out. We still here. You feel me? I'm
I
just
know.
adding a part to buffer in the middle when I edit the video. Y'all
I'm going to
see
go change my shirt.
me? All right. Yeah, go ahead, change your shirt. Change your shirt. I'm gonna talk to everybody. Yeah, we still here. I appreciate y'all sticking around, chilling with us. A bunch of nerds talking about nerd stuff. Um, Not all of us watch the same thing, so we try to cover all the bases for everybody. And we're building a little base here, fan base, and we enjoying y'all. Y'all stay in the chat, being active. I appreciate y'all so much, man. We had a vision. Y'all helping us see that vision. You ready?
Real
You
talk.
good? You good? You good? Beginner nerd here. That's all. That's what's up. You got to start somewhere. Start somewhere. Um, for this part, you want to do the intro for this ad or Skitty, one of y'all? Because I mean, there's nothing written. You can just say, "Hey, this is the top 10," whatever you want to do.
Oh, y'all
Okay.
got that.
All right, I'll do an intro. All right. Hey guys, it's your girl Rainy Days here on the Level Podcast. Here's our host Bruce McFly and Skinny Lab bring you a special episode of our next top 10 list. Esquire recently dropped the top 20 superhero movies all time. We decided to break it down, narrow it down to the top 10 comic book movies of all time. Let's get it. Who's going
I'll
first?
go last. I'll
Okay.
go last.
You
I'll
want to
go
go first,
first this
Kitty?
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
ISO on
All right.
Skitty.
Now, of course, y'all know my list is always outside the box, but it's also personal for me. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But standing at number 10, it was literally the first comic book movie that I've ever seen in my entire life. I was a young bull. And again, just like I told Rainy Days earlier before we started this session, I didn't know it was a comic book movie. None other than the 4 foot feathered out man himself, Howard the Duck, one of George Lucas's hidden gems that had the 80s in an uproar, and I loved every bit of it. Every bit of Howard the Duck back in the day. That's my number 10.
I didn't even think about Howard the Duck. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. Um. Well, my number 10. Time travel done right. This one united the old and the new cast with high stakes, sharp storytelling, and a standout moment like Quicksilver's kitchen scene. Easily one of the best movies in the X-Men saga. My number 10 is X-Men Days of Future Past. I love Days of Future Past. Um, yeah, so put that on my list.
Yeah. That is fire. That is fire. So, um, I have kind of a two-parter here because I couldn't separate them. Um, most of you guys see my honorable mentions that I have on the YouTube page. I did 3 of them. You can check it out there on the Bruce McFly YouTube channel. But I didn't want to put one of these two in it because I couldn't separate it. First of all, to get to it, my 10A is Black Panther, and to me it was more than a movie. It was a moment. If you remember what it was like when Black Panther dropped, the everybody was going to the movies dressed up in the African garb, and it was just like our people were just celebrating something. And Chadwick Boseman was a great actor that we lost too soon. That movie means a lot to me, so I had to put it in. Pause. My 10B was Spider-Man No Way Home. It was basically a Spider-Verse dream come true. You got 3 generations of Peter Parker all on screen, paying homage to all Spider-Man fans, like biggest dreams of seeing on the big screen. So yeah, man, 10A, 10B, like I said, is Black Panther and Spider-Man No Way Home.
Number 9.
Number 9, I like the aesthetic. After I seen this movie, I did go back and read the comic book. I like the whole. I'm not too sure if he's George Miller though, but I know Sin City is. But they had the same director. My number 9 is the Spirit because he can dress in a mean suit and he gets the hose. Yeah. Like, nah, let me stop. No, I like the fact that the martial arts on there, again, the aesthetic, the silhouette scenes, they really popped out for me. So yeah, I definitely love the Spirit as my number 9.
I have to watch it. I have to watch it. Um, okay, so my number 9, until he's 90. Hugh Jackman arguably is the Wolverine of all time. In this movie, our first R-rated comic book movie in a long time. It was gritty. It was a fan song to Hugh Jackman as he exit his role as the Wolverine. It had a lot of stakes. We had a lot of heartfelt crying moments and death. And Logan is my number 9 on my list. I think Logan is the perfect homage to Wolverine. It's one of it was a great movie, and I think that that was kind of what solidified Hugh Jackman in our hearts as the Wolverine.
Well, Rain, it's funny you say that because my number 9 is a brutal, raw, and emotional movie starring Hugh Jackman. And that movie was Logan. You you said it all. I mean, that's wild. Hi, your number 9 be my number 9. We better not have anything landing on the same places. It's like, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Logan, fire movie, man. I loved it.
Okay. Number 8.
Again, outside the box. Like I said, most of this list is based on stuff that was like, oh, let me go see if that really a comic book, or maybe that's, oh wow, the comic is crazy. Standing in number 8, Dark Man. I was first introduced as Dark Man as a young bull. I was in the theaters and I was like a dude creating faces to put on his face to hide, you know what I mean? And then the fact that the injury that he went through cut off his nerve, like he really doesn't feel pain, and he has increased strength and agility. So in the movie they didn't really do it justice, but it was for that time and I loved it. But the comic book, Dark Man, the comic book, yeah, it definitely went in. It definitely went in. So yeah, number 8, Dark Man, old school Liam Neeson.
Okay. I have to, I'm to rewatch that. Spirit and Darkman. So far is what you got. Okay, so I gotta watch both of them because they was not on my list. But thank you for saying that. My number 8, at his peak. I'm gonna have to say I can't really say it without saying the person's name, but at his peak, Wesley Snipes made vampires effing cool. Slick, bloody, black, and directed by Guillermo del Toro, the sequel levels up the action with a brutal new vampire threat, stylish fight choreography, and overall comedic humor. Blade 2 is my number 8. I know we haven't speculated a new Blade coming up, but when I remember watching Blade 2, and I think this was the first time I was like, I'm into like the whole supernatural and vampire. I didn't even know it was a comic movie until later in life, but just the vampire and the supernatural of it all, and just having a black vampire who was like a kick ass, like ain't taking no stuff. He was a day walker. It was like, wow, this is amazing. So yeah, I had to put my guy on there, Blade 2.
That's fire. That's fire. My number 8 is another Spider-Man movie, but this is actually Into the Spider-Verse. Um, for some of the same reasons that I picked Black Panther in the place I picked it at, this movie did the same thing. Once again, it showed that Spider-Man, one of the biggest heroes out there, it showed this new generation of comic book fans that you can also be a hero. You can be your favorite hero. That's what Miles Morales represents to me. Letting that little boy, little girl, whatever of color see that they can be a hero. You can be smart, a nerd, and still save, be good, and be the biggest hero in comic books. So that's that. I just love the movie so much. I mean, and what it represented. That's why the first Into the Spider Verse is my number 8.
Okay. Number 7.
All right, number 7, I was, a bit like, oh, was this a comic book movie? But I mean, when I was first watching it, I was like, it had to be. It had to be. Come to find out, it was a manga and it was an animated series. None other than The Guyver. Now, if you're not too familiar with The Guyver, it's called The Guyver Bio Boost Armor. This kid, he stumbles upon a contraption while getting jumped by these gang members, and he accidentally hits his head on the contraption, and then the contraption comes alive and changes his whole being, and he grows this armor that looks cool as ever and goes on a rampage kicking ass. Now, the difference between the manga, anime, and the movie is that whenever he like transformed into the Guyver in the anime and the manga, everything around him dies. It explodes. It's like an explosion when he transformed. So you got to stay clear in the anime and the manga, but in the movie there was no explosion. But again, it was those 90s B movies, action. The martial arts was a little bit on point. And I love the story. It got me to go read the manga and to go watch the anime. So if you haven't checked it out, The Guyver, Bio Boost Armor.
My number 7. I don't know. Y'all just need to let Guillermo del Toro just make some more. He need to make some new, apparently, comic book movies because he was in his bag with some of these movies. But a cult classic that blends gothic style and supernatural action. My guy Ron Perlman owns this role. None other, not the typical superhero, Hellboy. The Hellboy movie was arguably one of the best movies of its time. This after it started to progress, it got a little bit up, but that first one had everybody on it, from the horns when he broke his horns off, to the characters, to the storyline, to the grittiness of it. It was in that they were in that element at that time, and I had to put Hellboy on the list because it's a classic, you know. So that's what's my number 7.
Word. My number 7 is Captain America: Civil War. Um, Once again, it was the Captain America movies. I'm a huge fan of. Well, when it comes to Winter Soldier and Civil War, the first Avenger, whatever, that was cool. But anyway, with this movie, you got the introduction of Spider-Man. Obviously, that's big for me. You got their take on the Civil War storyline in the comics. It was different. Some beats were the same, but it was fire just to see the Avengers split down the middle fighting each other. And then you had the Black Panther of it going after Zemo. And you had that scene when Iron Man fighting the Winter Soldier and Captain America. It was just fire. Um, that movie, I love it.
Brooklyn
That was my
brawling.
joint.
Still, what I agree. Great scene. Great scene. But yeah. Number 6.
All right, number 6. I mean, a lot of us didn't know that this was a comic book movie. A lot of us didn't know that it was a comic book character. But the last we got from it, and he was smoking. Gotta give it up to the mask. The Mask is undefeated in most superhero versus comic book fights because Toon Force is ridiculousness, and he definitely expresses that. So yeah, love The Mask, love it.
I completely forgot it was a comic book movie. Wow.
That's what I'm
Jim
saying.
Carrey, gold. It, it's gold. Like that was a great pick. I agree. Like I'll put that on my honorable mention. Like wow, I didn't even think about it as a comic book movie. I should have googled it. Cause
I did not know until the cartoon came out, and when certain credits come out, because sometimes in the movies, like, we don't really read the credits like that.
yeah,
Sometimes, but for the most part, when you're a kid watching a cartoon, you're reading everything. That's how I knew Whoopi Goldberg was the voice of Gaia on Captain Planet. Netflix, don't fuck it up. But yeah, nah. I when I realized it was a comic, he was a comic book character. I was like, hold on, okay, let me do some research. And in the comics, he was a lot worse than he was in the movie. He was hella worse. But yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's my stuff.
Smoking. Got it. All right. My number 6. My bro already kind of he put it said it a little bit earlier in his list, but I'm just going to reiterate. This was a love letter to the Spider-Man fans. This movie literally brought a teardrop to my eye. I don't know if you guys know, but I am the biggest Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fan of all time. He is my go-to Spider-Man, and to watch him come on screen for the first time in years was like a moment. It was a movie moment, a movie theater moment. For me, it was a moment. So Spider-Man No Way Home, it had everything. It gave Tom Holland um the emotional like rawness he need when he had to decide if he was going to kill the Green Goblin or not. Tom Maguire brought back stopping him from doing something that he wanted to do so many years. We got Andrew Garfield redemption arc when he saved MJ when he couldn't save Gwen Stacy. It was just a great multiversal movie. It brought a lot of elements from all of the Spider-Man arcs into fruition, and I loved it. So it was my number six. It was hard to I moved it around in my list because of other things do kind of come before it. But shout out to that movie.
Yeah, fire, fire. My number six. People that know me know my love for this movie. Um, Man of Steel, Zack Snyder's version of Superman. It was it was basically how I got it written in a review that I'm doing of this movie. I wrote it as Zack Snyder reimagined Superman as a conflicted, powerful alien trying to find his place. It was beautiful, bold, and mythic. I'm not going to give you more than that, but that's how I feel about that movie. I love it, and I do not like Superman as a character, but that movie is in my top 10 and will always be there.
Okay. Time for top five. Number five.
Number five, again, did not know this was a comic book series, did not know he was a comic book character. But after watching the movie, it definitely got me reading the comic books, and they definitely left a lot of stuff out in this comic book. And I'm talking about none other than Kick Ass. That was a great, great comic book movie. And again, it's another one of those characters where, it's kind of realistic, where his injury caused him not to feel pain to a certain extent. So it's like he can go all out if he's well trained, which he does get trained later on in the movie by a, a character named Big Daddy, but you can tell he was definitely a copy paste of the Adam West Batman. And shout out to Nicolas Cage for doing that. He was my favorite character in that movie. But yeah, kick ass number five.
That's so crazy because I have that on my honorable mention along with Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and I struggled because they were like on my number 10. I was just like, I don't know, but that was a great one. I love Kick Ass. I watched it like 1,000 times in college. So, but not my number five. I digress. My number five, also already mentioned. Apparently, I'm a bigger Spider-Man fan than I thought I was. So I found out right in this list. But Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It is the only animated film on my list, and it's arguably by being an animated film and being so heavily weighted and acclimated, it shows. This was something that was not live action, but it was created, and the multiverse was made so seamlessly. It didn't feel like it was too much. It didn't feel like it was a lot going on. The plot just flowed, and the character development of Miles Morales, seeing a minority person in the role of Spider-Man, seeing his family not being, you know, hood gangsters. His dad was a cop. It to see that.
Nope.
Nope. Nope. We can read your lips because you're like, how about now?
Let me make sure in the back.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you now.
Okay, I think my mic died.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
That sounds like a skitty moment right there.
Literally died. Didn't even tell me. Okay, what at least sound at? Did I at least say the number?
Tell you. Yeah, we heard. Who was you talking about again?
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, we heard all that. We heard.
You was talking about how it showed a positive picture on his family. I was about to be like, well, I mean, his uncle was
besides
villain,
his uncle, but
no.
Traditionally,
you was
his dad and
stuff.
mom, yeah,
and I definitely agree with it. So
yeah, we got you.
Yeah. So traditionally, his dad and mom, because normally when you get a black character or a minority character, they don't have parents. So it's like, seeing that positive light on it was good. And I think that hopefully in 2029 or 8 or whatever the next one come out, we'll finally get that cliffhanger payoff. All right, go ahead, bro.
Which number we on? Number
5.
5, right? 5. My number 5, Prizzy. I know it's probably in. I know it's in Rain's top 5. I don't know if it's in Skitty's because he's digging into the crate for his comic book joint. So maybe I did name this wrong. Maybe I should have stuck with superhero movies because if I would have did it broad as he's doing it, I would have had a different list too. But I digress. My number 5 is Avengers Endgame. The epic conclusion to the 10-year saga started with the original Iron Man. It was fire. It is where pretty much the MCU died. After that movie, the MCU died. So, yes, I loved it. I mean, I appreciate everything it did for cinema, comic books, and the in betweens. I love it. Avengers Endgame, my number 5.
Number 4.
Number 4. All right, now they don't get enough respect for being comic book characters, and they have touched every one of our lives. Period. No question. No exclamation. All 4 of these brothers have come up. Your TMNT is my number 1, my number 4 comic book movie of all time. The first one till this day is still the best movie, hands down, out of the series. Even though I got love hate with all of them, more love than hate because I am a TMNT fan. But the first one off rip, I mean, my favorite cuss word was damn for so long. So long. Get back here! I'm not finished with you! Damn! That was, I used to ask my aunts, hey, can I say that word when I get mad? That was the only word that I was allowed to say, but I had to ask, because I didn't want to get slapped in the back of the head, But yeah. TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's my number 4.
Time out. Skitty talking gave me a dope idea.
Mm-hmm.
One of these next lists have to be like pop culture movie or something like where it has Ghostbusters or something like one of those type of lists. And
I was about to say,
with
that
that,
list
I want to implement something in our Discord with that. I got to figure it out. The gears are about to start turning, but I'm just letting y'all know the next episode of this top 10 is going to be an epic one. Go ahead, Ab. It's yours.
Okay. We're on number 4, right? What number we on? 4?
4, yeah, 4.
You had me distracted. I was so excited between Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the next list. I didn't know where we were. But okay, my number 4. You can tell me my brother are related. Because my number 4 is I am inevitable, but I am Iron Man. Avengers Endgame, it already was said. We know how we feel about Avengers Endgame, so much so that we think RDJ is going to come back and save the universe. So it was everything we wanted for fans. Coming off Infinity Wars, which was kind of, it was okay when you really think about it in the grand scheme of things. But Endgame is what stamped the MCU. Was it the death of the MCU? Yeah, but hopefully now, with this new phase, we'll get some type of revival or resuscitation. But Avengers Endgame, my number 4. So number 3.
Right. Hold on, number 3.
Yeah, I was about to say,
I'm the
they ain't
last
been
Oh, I
person.
number
forgot.
four.
You're the last person.
Yo, wow.
No, it
That's
wasn't
how
on
y'all
purpose.
treat me on this.
It's
All right.
because you started talking about the other list. I thought you already went.
And I'm getting nice right now too, so you
Okay.
don't think I'm slow. I'm just moving slow. My
He's
number
in the air with the
4.
fishes.
Yes, my number 4. Oh yeah. My number 4. This was my number 1 comic book movie, superhero movie for a long time, and it's Spider-Man 2. Toby, this is a shout out to you, Ed, Toby Maguire, and this is a shout out. I don't know, Skitty, if you said something before, if you like Doc Ock, but anyway, that movie, the portrayal of Dr. Octopus, their relationship, the hurt, the emotion in that movie, just I loved it. That was like the perfect comic book movie to me for the longest time. Along with the Spider-Man 2 PlayStation 3 game, I think it was Spider-Man 2 the movie. They were perfect to me. Yeah, that is my, what is this, number 4? Yes, number 4.
All right, now number 3.
Funny that you said something because Spider-Man 2 is my number 3. It was the best. I don't care. I stand 10 toes down and I'll argue. It was the best Spider-Man movie ever made. Period. No debate. And I'm talking about all around movie. Like, not just comic book movie, because Alfred Molina did his thing as Doc Ock. He was still a favorite on, what was the Far From Home? It, No Way Home. He was a fan favorite on that. So, and I also like how they changed the dynamic. What back in what you were saying, Bruce. How they changed the dynamic of Doc Ock and Peter Parker's relationship, where Doc Ock, he was a cool guy. I mean, he was still a good scientist. He was still a scientist, but he wasn't a mad scientist. Like in the comic books or in the cartoons of what we were introduced, where he didn't care about life. He didn't care about anything else. He just cared about his work. You didn't get that from this Doc Ock. You got somebody who wanted to make the world a better place. Now, he did get driven mad by the connection with his arms, which was an interesting twist because he was already mad before his arms in the comic book and in the cartoons. But yeah, as an overall movie, Spider-Man 2 was great, and that's why it's my number 3.
Okay. Well, thank you guys. I mean, I think it should be on everybody's list, but some people like to be weird. But my number 3 movie, this movie was a tense political thriller. To me, by far, one of the best MCU movies and one of the best Captain America movies. Captain America Winter Soldier is still held to a high standard to this day. No Captain America has came to it. Bucky, the evolution of Bucky from going to the Winter Soldier, the conflict of, I had to stop my best friend, but I couldn't stop my best friend, finding out, that Bucky was the reason why Tony Parents was dead. Still to this day, we are going to beef over what side to choose because I'm Team Tony and I felt like he should let him that dude. But, either way, Marvel was in that bag. MCU was in that bag with this movie, so I had to make it number 3. No way. No way.
And that was my number 3. On to you, Skitty. I ain't got nothing to say.
Oh,
Yo, I swear to goodness. I swear to goodness, yo. I swear to goodness.
I'm
It's
pretty sure we got
two
to say
movies
number
left.
one. Like I'm almost
No.
positive. We got to. We'll see, but I'm almost
No.
positive we do.
No. That's for real.
Because
For real,
I
Winter
actually
Soldier.
got the look. I'm looking at what type of shirt you got on right there. Oh, you changed your shirt. Oh, my number one is
I
on
got
my
one.
shirt. My
Wolverine.
number one is on my shirt. So
Okay.
never mind. All
Okay.
right.
My so we on what number 2? Since you
3.
know what I mean. No, yeah. Number 2, my 2 was mentioned earlier. I think we all mentioned that. Blade 2. Blade 2 was the best in its series, period. No debate. Um, it had the best villain, Jared Nomak, period. No debate. The fight scenes with Jared Nomak were like top tier fight scenes, period. No debate. The Blood Pack was fire. I wish we would have got more Donnie Yen, aka Snowman. I wish we would have got more what was the bull's name? He's big boss in the underworld, John. Tony Curran. He was priest, the Irish vampire. Overall, like I said, the Blood Pack overall, when you see these people, you see them ninja vampires come in that scene when they doing the little flips over the ceiling and stuff like that. You're like, okay, all right. And they get into that fight. Yeah, that was definitely fire. So yeah, Blade 2 definitely standing on top of my number 2.
Okay. My number 2. I'm not going to say much because you guys did a great job, paying homage to it. And it is one of the best superhero movies of comic book Spider-Man movies of all time. The GOAT, Tobey Maguire, was bit by a spider. Me, I was bit by a goat. Spider-Man 2. Hands down. That's all I got to say.
I mean, I was bit by a goat.
That shout out to Eminem. That verse is, I don't know if you guys heard it. Eminem song, Tobey Maguire, hard. But
So that was your number 2, Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man
Okay,
2.
so now I know at least we got some different things going
Okay.
on with the end of this list.
Okay.
My number 2 is Avengers Infinity War. I hold that movie over Endgame, and that's how when I started building my list and I started comparing movies against movies to see which one I like better, and that built my top 10 for me. And when I compare Infinity War to Endgame, Infinity War's ending, it ended in a way where it was like, yo, everybody died. Black Panther, you knew. Yeah, I mean, even for the people that read the comic book and knew how it ended there or knew what was going to happen there, this still, the weight of this movie, it was real heavy. And you felt that it impacted the whole, like the future of this whole universe. And it was like water cooler talk for a whole year. I mean, we was all debating how would it end or who's coming back. It was just crazy. It was a moment in time that I miss. And like I said before, Avengers Infinity War is my number 2.
Okay. Number 1.
All right. My honorable mention, y'all mentioned already. The Winter Soldier. I love the action sequence. I love the Winter Soldier itself. When he caught that shield, boom, on that rooftop, I was like, oh. But in my opinion, and this is my opinion, and this is just how I feel, and what this movie made me feel. Captain America: The First Avenger is my number 1, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. I again was not convinced that Chris, what the fuck is his name? Chris Evans. Chris Evans. I was not convinced. He was still Johnny Storm in my eye. But not just that, but it's not just that though. All the previously parts that he played before being announced as Steve Rogers, they were kind of like they were good guys, but they were more assholes. remember, with the exception of Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer is where I saw that Captain America leadership. That's where I saw it. And I was like, oh, okay. I see why they probably casted him as Captain America. But I mean, he was boyfriend number 7 on Scott Pilgrim, asshole. When you first meet Chris Evans, he was Jake the Jock on Not Another Teen Movie, asshole. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like, oh man, he's Captain America. But when you saw the first Avenger, my favorite scene till this day. Tommy Lee Jones talks about how Captain America needs to be this, needs to have heart. Dummy grenade, throws it out. And when he jumped on that grenade and everybody else decided to spread out, I was like, oh my God, Chris Evans did it. He did it. He changed his range of acting to fit the core of Steve Rogers. And that's what's been missing in a lot, and I'm going to say every superhero movie, is they remove the core of what we fell in love with the character and replace it with something else. So that's why Captain America First Avenger stands at number 1 with me.
Okay. Well, before I say my number 1, I'll do honorable mentions too. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. This was a cult classic. We got a blend between video games, comics, and romance. They even did so much. They did an animation. Netflix recently did a series about it. The Watchmen. The Watchmen is honorable mention. That movie was beyond its time. Graphic storyline, phenomenal. And Spawn, 1997, another honorable mention. My guy Michael J. White. You gotta give this. Yeah, you got Spawn was, but to the number 1. To me, this is still, until further notice, this is the best comic book movie of all time. Reason why, mainly, I'm gonna say it. Heath Ledger Joker is immortal. He still can't be touched. And The Dark Knight took the comic book world by the neck, and people are still trying to triumph it. Yes, we have Avengers Endgame. Yes, we have Infinity Wars. But I remember watching The Dark Knight, and I remember saying, this is a comic book movie. It had everything, emotional pull, it had action, and it gave us a Christian Bale Batman that we haven't really seen before. I know, arguably, was he a good Bruce? Who knows? But Batman, that dynamic between him and Heath Ledger was at par. So my number 1 is The Dark Knight.
Let's not leave out Harvey Two-Face Dent.
Yes.
Played
Harvey
that
Two-Face
that
Dent as well.
that their Two-Face. I mean, and I'm usually a stickler on Two-Face because he's one of my favorite villains. But yeah, I like the fact that they didn't play on Big Bad Harvey. They just played him getting sick and tired of, being sick and tired of and leaving it to fate.
And that scene, you either die a villain, or die a hero, or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Wow. What? Okay, I'm done.
All right, I appreciate that. To everybody watching this, I'm gonna post the video that I got coming later that shows my isolated top 10 because Ebony has picked my number 1.
I told you
has
the same number
my
1.
goddamn number 1. So, you know what? I will go into more. Look, the shirt. There you go. Look, you see.
That's a hard shirt, though. It's a hard shirt.
I see the glistening in. The glistening.
You know what I mean? But my honorable mentions were also 2 Batman movies. It was the Batman 2022. I love that movie. Just I don't care how people feel about that guy from Twilight. I didn't even think he was going to do good, but it surprised
He played
me.
a nice, like you said on the video. He played a nice, brooding young Batman.
Yeah, exactly. Emo dude. I also had the Dark Knight Rises with Bane, and also what some people say is is the movie that kicked off the whole Marvel thing, which is Iron Man. I want to go back and amend that video. It was not that, because it'll be Blade. Blade was what really made them see that a superhero movie can be successful, and that is what kicked the feather of a dream into Kevin Feige's mind that started Iron Man. I mean, so
I wish it would kick him to start a fucking Blade movie now. The
I
fuck?
know, I know, I know, I know.
Be here one day.
Um, let's do a great X-Men first. But to finish this out, once again, my number one was The Dark Knight. Heath Ledger was the perfect character to me. I hold that top tier in any media, any role. The way he portrayed his version of the Joker, not the main version of the Joker, his version of the Joker, still to this day, it changed comic book cinema. It changed what you think could be a comic book movie. I mean, so yeah, that's it.
I want to throw something in
You know how I
there
got these
with
scars.
what you just said, because you said it on point. He played his version of the Joker, and I love, and this is just me, I loved every version of the Joker with the exception of the Batman, because we didn't even get to see him, we just heard him.
Mm-hmm.
But Gotham, on the series Gotham, that
Mhm.
Joker, fire, absolute fire. And he was good for a TV Joker.
Right.
George Romero back in the day, Adam West Batman, he was good for that time period Joker where he was hilarious. He was still dark, but he was more funny. And then you had Jack Nicholson, the gangster, you know what I mean? They all played their respective parts of the Joker for the time that they were doing it in. And bravo to all of them. That's all I wanted to say.
Agree. I definitely agree. I think this to piggyback. I think what you said is true. I think what Heath Ledger did for his version of the Joker, it gave us layers to a character that I think we didn't know really existed. From how we seen him. He's the funny guy. He's kind of like the ish and giggles for Batman, but to watch how he immersed himself in that role so much self that it cost his life, RIP to Heath Ledger, but to see exactly what he wanted to portray and then for the echo through so many Batman fans was what made him immortal. It really it made people like the Joker a lot more than what they liked him for. They felt like he was a relatable character because in a sense, he was doing what he thought was right for Gotham. Was it right or wrong? Obviously not, but that's what he was doing. And he was trying to create his version of Gotham that he wanted. And it definitely spoke in that movie. So shout out to Heath Ledger. If that's anything about to say, shout out to him because he was a goat. I guess that's it. We done wrapped it up.
That was fire. That was fire. We gotta. I gotta kick something off that. He done sparked an idea, and I just gotta think a little bit deeper about it. But yeah, yeah, that was a fire list today. I'm angry that. I mean, why am I angry that we like the same things? I wanted to just be different. You feel me? So next time we're gonna run this list back one day, but do it the way Skitty did it. But I guess I gotta change it a little bit because he would just say the same thing he just mentioned in his list that he just went over. Whatever. I gotta change it up.
We could do
Change it up.
superhero. I mean, yeah, that's why originally I had superheroes because when they released the list on Esquire, they had Teenage Mutant Turtle was in it.
Well, when you say superhero, my list is superhero.
Yeah, it is. But when you broaden that, you get things like the Incredible 2 was on. Right. The Incredible was on the list, and the Incredibles is probably one of the best. It's an animated superhero movie, so you just get a little bit more outside of the comic era. You get like the animated superhero.
I guess
movies,
no. I think superhero is more strict. Saying comic book broadens it because when I say comic book, that's why Skitty started saying like Howard the Duck and stuff like that.
Yeah,
if I would have kept it the way if I would have kept it superhero, Yeah,
Then
I
I
mean,
could
like
only.
you wanted it, we would have
I mean,
strictly been
It was
on
like
this type of.
superhero, like they had like the Crow on there.
Yeah, I
They
was about to say
had
superhero. Yeah, that's still
yeah,
be
they
classified
had
superhero.
you know
Okay,
just to give it
but
like
Howard the Duck isn't a superhero.
he's not. He's definitely a
In,
comic
in,
book.
in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
definition
yeah,
of a superhero, yeah, Howard the Duck is not a
yeah. He's
superhero.
not. I mean, technically, he's
He's
not.
a comic book character.
He saved some stuff, skitty, but tell us he's a superhero.
Only thing he's saving is some tail he might knock down. You heard?
Oh yeah, he had that baby. He got that
Yeah,
bird daughter now.
yeah, that egg girl.
Birdie, that's her name from
Look,
Okay.
exactly. You did study long, study wrong, brother.
I was like,
He was in there
hold
trying to
on. I was
debunk
like, let me.
what I said.
And they also had Unbreakable on it. Unbreakable was
Oh, yeah,
number 8.
Because that was M. Night Shyamalan's superhero universe. That was
Yeah,
his version.
they had
of
that one
superhero.
too.
Mr. Glass and all
Mr.
that.
Glass and
The Beast. What was the Beast name?
Oh, that movie was so fucking disappointing. Yo.
What, the Beast
Glass?
movie?
No,
The Glass, the last one.
Split was fire.
Yeah,
Split
Split.
and Unbreakable were fire.
that last one.
Glass?
Yeah,
Oh
Glass.
my god, man! They held his head in a puddle.
A puddle.
Puddle.
That was the end of Samuel.
You can't just lift. You can't lift up. You that we can't just. That's all you have to do.
They sometimes expect us like, yo, let me tell you something, bro. Like sometimes wrestler logic, yo, watching SummerSlam last night, I was like, yo, they expect us to believe some of the goofiest shit out there. Like, I can't even. I tried to give you a daggone detailed example, but so many examples just jumped in my head. I can't pull away. It's just like, yo, you have to be like, to enjoy wrestling for what it is, you have to be, I hate to say it, because I'm one, a moron.
Yeah.
You feel me? You have to believe some of the most unbelievable BS is true. Like, how is a referee still employed when he constantly looks away from things he's supposed to look out for?
He'd be like,
You just heard somebody get cracked in the head with a chair, but you still
ain't see it.
You ain't see it. You ain't see it.
Yo,
He ain't see it.
come on. Like, don't you think in any sport, if someone was really injured, it would have to be disclosed on the medical report? You could not fake an injury and just show up and start playing in the game without going through the proper channels. So I think CM Punk needs to write his representative and have them look into this storyline.
He was on the news and everything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be out for a while. The only time will tell.
Wrestling logic, you know what I mean? But we love it. We love it. I mean, I don't want to go viral for saying wrestling fans are morons, because I'm one. You can't clip that up. I am a moron. Look, if I turn my head around, it says AEW. I am an AEW sicko. You feel me? So,
Hilarious. Good times. Are we still
yeah,
on
my
live?
glasses on. But
You know,
yeah,
just
we
your glasses on.
But yeah, anything else? We good to go? I mean, this the conversation after the conversation. So
Good to go. We looks like we did good on time today. Good for us.
yeah,
We're getting
'cause
better.
I had nothing to do, so I wasn't going to cut nothing. Because after we finish this, I just gotta cut videos, edit videos, and that's what I gotta do, and do stuff around the house. But yeah.
All right. So
Man.
next top 10 is going to be.
No, let's
You'll wait.
table that for a second. I want to think about some things first. But we doing the top 10. It'll probably be in 2 weeks, but we gonna do something.
Okay.
He's like, if we do this, Skitty's gonna go.
You feel me? It's that gif where the dude doing math in his head, like the numbers breaking down, like
Skitty is an unknown variable. Damn it.
Oh, yes. I must account for his in-depth reviews on things.
Don't give me what we gotta do. We're gonna eventually gotta do like a fantasy top 10 fantasy movies or series, something like that.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I know. Woo! I know. Hold on. Are we just doing fantasy, or you want to mix sci-fi / fantasy?
We do sci-fi / fantasy.
Because if we just straight fantasy, I might name
Lord of the Rings
something.
1, Lord of the Rings 2, Lord of the Rings
Like
3.
it'll be like the Dark Crystal, and like, man, I don't even want. Never mind. I don't want to say my list out loud. I don't want to say my list.
Barbarian, Destroyer.
Oh man, I'll be like Red Sonja. You feel me?
Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh my gosh, man! When I saw that movie, I thought that was where Mortal Kombat came from. I was like,
quoted Ed Boon. That was his idea for Raiden. That's exactly where he got his idea from.
And Shang Tsung, yo, it had to be because the old man.
Probably.
Big.
But it was definitely, he has been quoted saying that he got his idea from Lightning, because that's the name of the character. From Lightning, to do Raiden.
But yeah, man. Ooh, we got so many lists. We got content for days, man. Content for days. I gotta throw. We can top 10 Saturday morning cartoon, yo.
Don't play me.
Yes. What?
Yes. We could do a blowout spectacular for that one.
Yes. 100% yes.
Because we definitely know all of our lists will not be the same. We absolutely know. You feel me? Because I could just name. I can name it. I gotta look up.
I'm naming one right now.
But when the dude
Botmasters,
I'ma name the dude who turned to the car. It was called. He stretched out and turned to a red Corvette. It was called.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called though.
It was because he was also part of the Mr. T team too.
I think so. But
they had a cartoon where they collide. I know what you're talking about. But
he's saying GoBots. And remember Centaurians or Visionaries?
Whoa. Ooh. You mean the Centurions?
Yeah, Centurions.
Power Extreme.
Power Extreme.
Come on. And then Mask. Not the Mask.
No, Mask.
Where they
Turbo Team.
Turbo Team.
The cars turned into the airplanes.
Yo,
what? Captain Power and the future of tomorrow. You don't want to go there. I'm coming down.
Hold up. If you want to do it, we can mix all of Saturday morning in there, and I could be like, at the school we play. Another day.
Let the music play. Join the crowd down in Fraggle Rock. Yeah.
We can get it.
Okay. We're going to come up with some ideas in our chat. We might put it out there to the Discord. Get a vote. What should our next top 10 be?
Okay. That'd be cool.
Other than that, I don't have anything. Either one of you two can close it out today.
You want to close it out, Skinny?
No, y'all got that. I would have to write something. I would have to write something down and practice it.
You know what? No. Rain. You know what? I love putting people on the spot. Skitty, it's on.
He's funny as hell. He's funny. You're a funny guy. All right. All right. Well, today you heard everything that we had to blah 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 blah. See, this is what happens. This is what happens, folks, when you put me on the spot. I do the blah blahs. But nah, this your boy Skitty, Bruce, Rainy Days. We always love you coming at the level up, right?
Level podcast.
I don't
Level
want
podcast.
anybody to come at the level. You feel me? I like it when they show up.
We're at the level podcast.
The
See, not bad again. But yes, we enjoyed you watching. And again, what Bruce said, tell us what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Tell us our
Follow
next
all
top
of
10
us.
idea. Yeah, all of us. I said that right?
Yes.
I don't know. See,
You
did
saying
good
that
job.
you doing it right. You
when
doing
I'm
it
on the
right.
spot and I'm sober, you fucking up.
Man.
I couldn't go with the flow. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I wasn't rolling with the homies. You know?
Oh.
But nah. But we all thank you for coming up to Level Podcast. Again, this is Skitty, Rain, Bruce. Love, peace, and chicken grease. We out.
So next level.
Chicken grease.
Oh.
Okay, everything is stopped, so we are good to go. Yeah, man, good show.
That
Good
Saturday
show.
morning cartoon idea, though.
Yeah, we can do.
Wow.
Yo, I'm getting good. Well, on my end, I'm getting good with the video editing shit over here. Yo, I will create whatever y'all want to do for the top 10. The next top 10, I will create a short introducing our next top 10 that we can share everywhere. Just do it. I want to do. If we do Saturday morning cartoons, yo, that shit is gonna be fire. Or
I already typed
Saturday
it in
morning.
there. It's been updated. That's the next one. Saturday morning cartoon.
Mine as well.
All right,
That's
so I want to
fire.
know right now, rules wise, we're doing Saturday morning cartoons, so we cannot include things like Fraggle Rock. I just need that example because
Let me Google it.
Snorks was a cartoon. That can be
you're
included.
talking about like animated cartoons.
Because that was like puppets and shit.
Yeah. So instead of the Muppets, it would be Muppet Babies.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So we can't use puppet shows. So that's cool. I just want to make sure. I want to create a guideline so I can be like, damn, he said that. I could have said that then.
So I couldn't. So I couldn't use Captain Power. I couldn't use Captain Power because that was a live action show.
Yeah. You could
animated cartoon,
and it has to be right.
Well,
so cool.
It had to come on Saturday morning.
Ooh, y'all remember? Do y'all remember? Goddamn, Dino sauces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yo, this shit gonna be like our top 10 part 1, our top 10 part 2. It's gonna be this one is the one that's gonna get the people.
What?
This might need a part 1 and 2 because it's a lot of Saturday morning cartoons.
Dinosaurs, He-Man, and the Masters of the Universe.
Oh yeah, He-Man.
Look, I thought about
Chuck
that
Norris.
one.
Chuck Norris's Adventures.
I thought about He-Man. I thought about Thundercats, Silverhawks. They're going obviously Transformers. I used to watch. I remember when Robotech came on Saturdays. I mean, so that was an anime before animes was popular. It was Robotech. I was like, oh, I love brains that
we got Gargoyles, we got Gundam, like
on the old podcast I used to do with my boy. I did a segment of the top 3 anime studios that changed the game. Mappa. It was one. Well, one of them is Toei. And I said Toei's been out since after the World Wars. And Ghibli, Studio Ghibli. They changed the game. And the reason why I said Toei is because Toei got bangers: Dragon Ball, One Piece, Bleach. Basically most of Shonen Jump. But what a lot of people didn't know was Toei was the producer of first gen Transformers, first gen G.I. Joe, first and second gen, both Transformers and G.I. Joe. Thunder. They weren't Thundercats, but somebody from Toei left Toei and did Thundercats. So yeah, we've been watching anime since day one. Most of the 80s cartoons were anime.
And real quick, boom. You just said something that sparked another idea. Add this to the list. Eb, you just made the list. Top 10. Because Saturday morning cartoons go hand in hand with top 10 freaking toys, man. Toys. The toys. Yeah, like Transformers.
So you want to do top 10 like?
I mean, we can spread these out
Okay.
whenever. It don't have to be back
No,
to
I'm
back.
saying
They
like
don't
for
have
toys. Are you talking about like?
toys. Let's put it in the oven. We can put it in the
Okay.
oven to
You know,
think
so many
about what do
toys.
we
Talking about
need
like
it to
movie
be.
toys,
It could be
comic book
Action
toys,
figures.
action figures,
that's
action figures.
like if you ever sit down
Mhm.
and watch the Netflix series, The Toys That Made Us, that shit right there brought back so many memories for me. If you was to go there and look at the episode names and shit, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Like just look, don't look. You don't have
I'm
to
gonna,
look
I'm
around.
gonna watch it this week, and so I can
Yeah.
get some information on, so I can build the top 10 correctly.
Okay.
I was about to say we could do top 10 toys because my buddy was in an action figure and I had one. The fuck?
Buzz
Yeah.
Lightyear.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Because one thing I want to make it clear, we are a pop culture podcast too. So even though we love the comics, the anime, all of that, that's our lane also. But the pop culture shit, that brings people, because when you start tugging at their heartstrings and them reminiscing over shit,
Yeah.
that's what brings like, oh shit, they talk about, I know that. Oh, he on the phone.
No. You know we still on live on YouTube, right?
They just stole all our information.
I mean,
God dang it!
I'm looking at.
that,
I was
God
like,
dang,
why is my?
Pinky!
I was like, why is the YouTube still going?
The mastermind
yeah,
of the world. And the
damn.
brain.
I'm glad I ain't say no ill stuff. Hey YouTube, I appreciate y'all.
Love,
insane.
deuces.
See y'all later. Don't tell nobody about
Hold on.
list.
Hold on. We wasn't even I don't think we oh yeah, we
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah,
Because I saw me getting hype, and I was like, what am I getting hype for? I